my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
This is future Rami, if you will. And I was thinking about not putting this in the video, but to those who think that I just banned everybody from my Discord server or kicked them, it was actually this guy named the Purple Claw who for some reason I trusted him, right, to fix up my server. He did. He said he was doing it for free, right? You know? Okay, whatever. A few months later, he wants credit for the Discord server, right? Whatever, right? So I'm like, I'll give you his credit. Here's his credit. Purple Claw. Thanks for making my Discord server. But he didn't make it. Thanks for changing it. He said his head was hurting, right? So he wanted to change it. But then I banned him, right? Because I didn't want him in my server anymore. Especially because how he was treating me in DM, right? He was demanding things. And he was like, this is plagiarism if you don't credit me, even though it wouldn't be, because plagiarism is when you write something. Plagiarism is when you don't like make something, but you say it's yours, and I did make it. He just fixed it up, right? So here's your credit. And so I guess he had a second account in there, and just deleted everything, banned everybody, and just ruined the server. So sorry for that. You can't trust people like the Purple Claw, I guess. It is what it is. And, but on a lighter, I guess you could say on a lighter tone, hope you guys all enjoy today's new intro. Rami X back with another video. In today's video, suggests what if Naruto the full Uzumaki part 2. Hope you guys all enjoy today's video, as it is, well, a good series in my opinion. I might daily upload this until I end it, which would probably be at the start of Boruto. Since Boruto is not completed, I do not want to delve further into that, but I guess time will tell. Though, if you do have any suggestions for me, comment them down below. But with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes videos or just anime content in general. Subscribe as I want to hit 9K by the end of August and 14K by the end of the year. And check out my second channel down below, where I also do what ifs and discussion videos and things like that. And with that being said, we can now begin. In the last part, we left off with basically the start of the bell test, so we'll pick up from there. Kakashi would arrive late, just like he had in canon regular of Kakashi. Naruto, knowing this, had prepared a few snacks for himself, as he had some ramen in a container, if you will. Naruto asked if Sakura and Sasuke would, well, I guess you could say, want to eat some with him, as they both declined. Naruto would then pull out a bag of crackers, as he would ask them if they wanted these. They would both gladly accept, as they didn't know what type of ramen Naruto had, and, you know, Naruto wasn't always a trusted source. Sakura and Sasuke would then, I guess you could say, have their chakra reserves replenished, as they weren't really famished, but instead of chakra reserves, it would be more strength. Kakashi would then arrive, as Naruto and Sasuke, as well as Sakura, would stand valiantly ready to face off against him. Kakashi would explain the rules of the bell test, as he would disappear and reappear, now holding a book in his left hand and a kunai in his right. You see, the difference here, with Naruto, I guess you could say, being a lot stronger, and Kakashi knowing of this, because, well, Kakashi and Naruto do have a relationship, to a degree that is. Kind of like an uncle-nephew relationship, to a degree, like I said before. So, Kakashi is full aware of what Naruto can do and how powerful he is. As such, Naruto is somewhat of a threat to Kakashi, so he's holding a kunai in his other hand, contrary to the canon where he just held this book in his other hand in his pocket. Anyhow, Naruto would then tell Sakura and Sasuke that they need to work together, as Kakashi was intrigued at what Naruto had said. It seems that they've already passed, but I'd like to gauge their skill. I can't have somebody on my team who's too weak to fight, even with teamwork. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would all then rush towards Kakashi, as the first plan that Naruto asked them to, I guess you could say, utilize was just the charge-in tactic, and just to kind of I guess you could say, rush Kakashi. So, they rushed forward, basically just trying to attack Kakashi, who, almost easily dodge their attacks. Naruto would then decide to let loose a little bit as blue chakra then started to form around him. You see, Naruto, well, I guess this is pretty self-explanatory, but Naruto has massive chakra reserves, so just kind of raising his power a little creates blue chakra around him in physical manifestation, because, well, just in general, Uzumakis have high chakra reserves, maybe even 10 times more than the average human. As Naruto's half Uzumaki and can create like 1,000 shadow clones, so like it really just depends on your, I guess you'd say, opinion. Anyhow, Naruto would then rush towards Kakashi as he would actually force Kakashi to put down his book and push, I guess you'd say, he would be able to push Kakashi into what is known as the first gate. You see, not a lot of people know about this, but a lot of people do at the same time. I just don't want to get any comments about it where people are saying that it doesn't exist. Kakashi has the first gate of opening, and that's it. He doesn't have the gates, he just has the first gate of opening, as the gates are too hard for him to learn even with his Sharingan. But I've gotten comments in the past when I talk about Kakashi having the first gate, so I just wanted to make that clear that he does have it. But if you don't believe me, you can just look it up. Anyhow, Kakashi would then grab Naruto's, I guess you could say, palm, as he would throw Naruto to the ground immediately. Sasuke and Sakura would both watch as Naruto collided with the ground, and a massive amount of dust and smoke would be created from the impact. What's this power? Sasuke thought to himself. How could he be this powerful? A drip of sweat would, I guess you'd say, slide down Sasuke's face as he would grit his teeth. No wonder he's so powerful. He's a Jonin. But so was Itachi. Itachi was more than a Jonin. He was an Anbu. So if I can't beat Kakashi, then I can't. I can't even come close to beating Itachi. Now, Sasuke would then do about 3 backflips as he would create distance between himself and Kakashi, gritting his teeth as he would then summon the hand signs for the Uchiha-style Great Fireball Jutsu. Sasuke would then launch the jutsu as Kakashi would basically send off one of his own, as he would just use a normal fireball, as he doesn't have the, I guess you could say, Kekkei Genkai of the Uchiha clan, since it is specifically an Uchiha-style fireball jutsu, and we have seen the fireball jutsu used by the Uchiha do much more than the fireball used by normal people, so I think that it would be about an even clash, with both jutsus just dispelling one another. Kakashi would then smirk. Fire style, huh? What an interesting group of genin. One that can use an immense amount of chakra and has many tricks up his sleeve, that being Naruto, and one that is capable of using the fire style chakra nature at such a young age. Not only that, but he is the lone survivor of the Uchiha massacre, besides his older brother, that is. What could Sakura have in store for me? I wonder. Sakura would now stand still. She couldn't help but, I guess you'd say, feel lost, as she had never seen such combat in her life. How are they so fast? How are they so strong? She thought to herself. Sasuke had mastered a chakra nature, and Naruto had more than enough chakra to, well, probably outmatch them all. If she was being honest, she felt overwhelmed. Sakura would then clear her throat as she would hold on to her kunai tightly, now shivering with fear. Why can't I move? He's our sensei. Kakashi would then appear in front of Sasuke, and now he would quickly, I guess you could say, put Sasuke on his knees. By this I mean he would just kick Sasuke in his legs, which would just put him on his knees, right? So then he would quickly appear in front of Sakura, as he would tell Sakura that act as if they were on the battlefield. Though you may be scared now, if you, or anybody on my team for that matter, and any ninja, were to just tense up and get scared on the battlefield, then you could end up dead. Those words hit Sakura really hard, as she knew exactly what Kakashi was saying, and it made, a lot of sense to her. If she were to do what she was doing now, she could easily be killed. So Sakura would muster up all of her strength as she would try to cut into Kakashi. Kakashi would quickly dodge, telling Sakura that she's doing well, as Sakura would continue to try and hit Kakashi. It had been clear that Kakashi was toying around with her, as Sakura could also notice this. She would then use the normal clone jutsu, which is, well, basically just an illusion. But then she would basically rush towards Kakashi with this clone, creating another clone, as there were now 3 Sakuras. These 3 Sakuras would now move between each other so that Kakashi couldn't get the right clone, as Kakashi would then undo his, I guess you could say, headband, as his Sharingan would be activated. Or insight, as his Sharingan is never really deactivated, but when he undoes his, I guess you'd say, headband, it's usually activated, at least in my opinion, as it glows red, and the vermilion colors are very vibrant, etc., right? So Kakashi would then realize which one was a fake and which one was a real, or which ones were fake, since there were 2 Sakuras that were clones, as he would quickly grab his kunai and would just hold it in Sakura's direction. Sakura, while staring down Kakashi with her clones, would have a sweat drip down her face as she was so surprised. First off, the eyes that Kakashi now had, or actually you'd say the eye as it's one Sharingan, were only known to the Uchiha clan, so how could he have gotten his hands on them? And second of all, how could he have even spotted her, as she had made sure to just, I could say, fake out Kakashi. Kakashi would then tell Sakura that with the power of the Sharingan, he can see through most illusions, especially one so simple, I guess you'd say simple-minded. What? Sakura thought to herself? This was basically Sakura's best jutsu. She doesn't really have any other jutsu, so, like, this is her best jutsu. This is, like, her best fighting style, and Kakashi was easily able to just outsmart her, outmaneuver her, and just play her, I guess you could say. So Sakura would fall on her knees, as Kakashi would then put Sakura in a genjutsu. Kakashi would now walk into the center of the exam area, or the bell test area, whatever you want to call it, as he would then start to speak. Naruto, Sasuke, show me what you would do if I was an enemy ninja from an aggressive village like the Cloud. What would you do if land was on the line? What would you do if important figures were near you? What would you do if your life was on the line? Because from what I can see now, Naruto, you're on the floor from my last attack, and Sasuke, you're on your knees. Naruto would say, so, what would we do if our lives were on the line? Well, you don't have the right to tell me that my life would even be put on the line. Yeah, it's true. On the battlefield, things can get hectic, but I've trained for years, and I won't just be beat by just some random person. Unless it's a Jonin, an elite ninja, or an Anbu, maybe even a Kage. I won't easily fall. So how about you start wording your words properly, Kakashi? Because my life won't be put on the line so easily. More chakra would start to surge through Naruto's body as he would then grit his teeth. I was saving this jutsu. I was saving this attack. What is this? Sasuke thought to himself. I've never seen this from Naruto. He has unleashed in a massive amount of chakra like this, but I've never seen him use an attack like this. What may it be? What could it be? Sasuke thought to himself. Naruto would then, I guess you could say, clap his hands together as he would get spirited. By that I mean, you know, in the action of clapping your hands together, you feel somewhat happy, sometimes, of course. And so this just made Naruto get extra pumped up for the battle that he was about to have, or the attack that he was about to show off, if you will. Sakura would then break the genjutsu, as she has shown a knack for genjutsu skills, right? She's shown that she could have taken that path as a ninja, so she'd break the genjutsu, but After that, she'd be exhausted and would pass out. Naruto would then smirk. Kakashi, I'm warning you. Don't hold back. Don't treat me like I'm just some ordinary genin, because not me, and definitely not Sasuke. We're both not ordinary. Sasuke, you ready to fight? Yeah. I was just waiting for you to ask. Let's do this, Naruto. Yes, let's do this. Naruto would then quickly stand valiantly against Kakashi as he would appear in front of him, kicking him far into a tree. Sasuke would now be on the opposing end as he would basically catch Kakashi. Naruto would then appear into the sky as he would say, "Now, sky draining kick." Naruto would then twist his foot in the air, basically gathering up the chakra and the natural chakra, I guess you could say nature chakra, in the air and just pushing it around his foot. And this was also mixed with Naruto's own chakra and his wind chakra nature. So he's basically just taking the air that was naturally there and the air that he, I guess you could say, forcibly made from his chakra nature, that being wind style, and then he was combining it into what he called sky draining kick, as he would do a flip and then would come down with his foot, slamming it into Kakashi's head. Kakashi's eyes would now roll into the back of his head as he would quickly regain consciousness. What happened? Kakashi thought to himself as he would look around. Oh yeah, this. Kakashi would quickly get out of the grasp of Sasuke as he would rush away from Naruto's next blow, which would destroy 17 trees in its wake. Even Sasuke was a bit surprised at this, as he would activate his one Tomoe Sharingan so that he could better that's not really a word, better keep up. Sasuke would then tell Naruto to put a little bit more strength into his blows. Naruto would nod. I was waiting for you to ask me to say that. Are you just gonna copy my lines, Naruto? No, I was actually waiting for you to say that. Whatever you say. Naruto would quickly appear behind Kakashi, who was yet again impressed that he didn't sense Naruto's chakra. So fast, Kakashi thought to himself, as Naruto would bring his fist to Kakashi's face. Kakashi would then be sent flying into the dirt, as he would then tell Sasuke and Naruto that they are both very formidable shinobi, and that he should have never underestimated them. But, even with that being said, he is no pushover. He served in the Anbu, and not only that, but he's an elite Jonin, renowned across all 5 great nations. Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja of the leaf. Copy ninja, Sasuke would say. You don't say. Earlier, when I was on my knees from your attack, when you kicked my legs, I witnessed you talking to Sakura, and eventually she used the clone jutsu, a mere illusion, and you were able to dictate which one wasn't an illusion. Quickly, I was surprised as I looked at your eyes. There it was, my clan's Kiki Genkai, the Sharingan. So tell me, Kakashi, how do you have it? Oh, this? Kakashi would then undo his headband. Yeah, that. It doesn't belong to you, and it never will. Are you sure about that? Either way, you're right. At one point, it did not belong to me, but now it does, and that's that. Now it does? Yes, now it does. So, who may have given you that eye? A friend of mine, a long time ago on the battlefield. Things went wrong, and I couldn't save him. Wait, why did I say that? Kakashi thought to himself. As it wasn't really a secret, but it was something a lot of people didn't know. Maybe he felt as if it was his duty, as Sasuke was in Uchiha, asking why Kakashi, out of all people, could have had an Uchiha dojutsu. So Kakashi would go on. His name was Obito, my best friend at the time. A knucklehead ninja, similar to Naruto. Naruto would laugh as he would then grunt. Why do you have to make fun of me, Kakashi? Shut up. Let me continue. But, unfortunately, the enemy had surrounded us, and we were no match. Obito, my dear comrade, had eventually found himself stuck under a rock that I didn't have even enough strength, even remotely close to enough strength, to break. Did you know the Chidori or some of the jutsu that you're renowned for, Naruto would ask? Yeah, I did. But even so, it was too weak, and I was too weak. I couldn't protect my friend. But I had just recently been promoted to a tuning, very close to a jonin. And so, Obito wanted to give me a gift. At this moment, I can't really recall if I was a jonin or a chunin. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the battle we've just had. My mind's a bit shaky. But the point is I was promoted, and Obito wanted to give me a gift. Kind of sad because he was about to die. But he told me to live on, and to show him the world with his eyes. To do what he could not, and that is to live. Our sensei, Kakashi had realized he was talking way too much, if you will, as he just didn't want to disclose the information about Minato. It was unnecessary, at least at this point in time. Naruto, Sasuke, you both are very powerful, and you both pass the bell test. Wait, what? We pass? Yes, you pass. Now, get some rest. I'll take Sakura home, and you guys can go home yourselves. Kakashi would then take Sakura home, and Naruto and Sasuke would walk home, as they would do a bit of training and then would quickly fall asleep on the dry grass. Naruto and Sasuke would then wake up with their heads aching, as Sakura was just fine, as she slept in her bed, as she does have parents who won't have a home for her, right? Yeah, you get the point. And so, basically, they would wake up and do some D-rank missions, and eventually, a week would pass. During this week, they did many missions, about 16 D-rank missions, a bit more than a canon, I believe, but, eventually they got really bored, especially Naruto and Sasuke, who would request a C-rank mission. Hiruzen, being Naruto's father and knowing, well, I guess you could say what he was capable of, would immediately tell Naruto that he's ready for a C-rank mission, and was just waiting for Naruto to ask. So, he would let Naruto and Sasuke, as well as Sakura and Kakashi, go on a C-rank mission to the Land of Waves. And, we can now skip to, Haku and Zabuza versus Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi, and kinda Tazuna. Basically, Sakura would stand on guard, protecting Tazuna from any blows, and Zabuza and Kakashi would be at it, and Haku and Naruto would be at it as well. By at it, I mean fighting, of course. Anyhow, this is where I'm going to be leaving it off, but I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Sorry if the recording was a bit, I don't know, stuttery. I feel like I'm saying that every single video, but trying to master the art of going off script, right? Just saves me a lot of time uploading, and it might be able to let me, I guess you could say, upload on this channel and upload on my second channel daily, which would be a great thing for me. So yeah, I mean, it's very amazing. Thank you for my second channel getting the 400 so quickly in like 10 days, 11 days, less than 2 weeks. That's just great. Go show it some more support though, and make sure to share the video, 2 likes, search just anime content in general. Subscribers, I want to hit 9K by August and 40K by the end of the year. And with that being said, Rami X. Oh.